Leviticus chapter 15, verse 16 and 19, Deuteronomy 18:1. Now if a man has a seminal emission, he shall bathe all his body in water, and be unclean until evening. If a man lies with a woman, so that there is a seminal emission, they shall both bathe in water and be unclean until evening. When a woman has a discharge, if her discharge in her body is blood, she shall continue in her menstrual impurity for 7 days, and whoever touches her shall be unclean until evening. When she becomes clean from her discharge, take for herself 2 turtle doves and 2 young pigeons, and bring them in to the priest, to the doorway of the tent of meeting. The priest shall offer the one for sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. The temple had to be guarded from ritual impurity, meaning the rite, R-I-T-E, of being in God's presence. This sin is mentioned in Leviticus 15:31. This was not a sin in itself, as it is natural to all humans. The blood emanating from the uterus of a woman was seen as a female seed, similar to a man's seed. This idea was widespread in the ancient Near East. Only the biology of a woman made her impure longer, so that she could not fully participate in society as normal. But why does one become impure when these emissions occur? Some ideas: the loss of these fluids could be associated with the death of the life in that fluid. Or since there are not these fluids in heaven, it's not compatible with God's divine presence. I think more so, for a woman, the days consist of being vigilant during her menstruation and not soiling herself or her clothing, and trying to keep her mind on the task of the day while being in discomfort and sometimes outright pain during this time. For a man, that day's focus is on pleasure and or praying for a child. When we're in God's presence, He wants our focus entirely on Him. So why the offerings? Feeding the multitude of the Levitical households could be the reason. Deuteronomy 18:1. The Levitical priest, the whole tribe of Levi, shall have no portion or inheritance with Israel. They shall eat the Lord's offerings by fire and his portion.